In this piano tutorial, we'll be learning the song House of Prayer by Eddie James, and this song is in the key of A minor. And even if you don't know the song or if you haven't heard of the song, it's a very easy song to learn. It only has like 3 or 4 different chords, but the good thing about this lesson is that we're able to learn different approaches to a song in a minor key, right? A minor. But for the purposes of this lesson, I actually prefer using the number system with the key center being on the relative major. So instead of A minor, we're actually going to think in terms of C major, which is the relative major of A minor, right? 3 half steps up. That's how we get the relative major, okay? So my 1 is the C, my 6 is actually going to be the A, okay? So the song goes like this, right? The basic way to play the song, we start on the 6. Make me a house, make me a house of prayer. Then we go to the 4, the house of prayer, then a 5, right? Very easy progression. 6, 6, 4, then a 5. And this progression actually repeats throughout the whole song, right? Very easy to learn. If we get into the voicings or the chord qualities that we are using, right? A minor, make me a house. Then we play an A9 sus4, right? Simply to accommodate the melody of the song. But this chord right here is actually simply a G over an A, right? G major over a bass note on A. That gives me that A9 sus4. And it's a substitution for many A minor chords, right? Then we go to the 4 chord, but we're not playing a regular F major. We're actually going to use the same thought process, right? We're actually going to play a G over an F. And in this case, I'm actually playing an F major chord on my left hand, right? And a drop 2 voicing. If you don't reach the A, which are as the 10th, right, we can simply play an octave with the 5th in the middle under this G, right? We get this sound. So, Lo. Right, we play this G over F. And as you can hear, sounds unresolved, so we resolve it to the F, which actually also follows the melody of the song, right? And then we play a G, right? 3 chords, or 3 main chords to the song. So what I like about this simplicity is that now we can get creative with our approach, with the different chords we can use. For example, we started off on the 6. Lord, make me a house. And then you remember that I said we play a G over the A. But instead of playing this G over A, we can actually maintain the G, which maintains the melody up here, but we're going to switch the bass note. We're actually going to play a 3, which is an E. That gives us that E minor 7. So, Lord, make me a house. Then from here, we can either go directly to the 4, or we can actually use another passing chord, which follows the same thought process that I used to get the E minor, right? We're actually going to go to the 1 with our bass note, and our right hand is going to stay on that G major, okay? All right, so we started off on the 6, then the 3, then we go to the 1, and then the 4, right? And something that you can notice is that we're simply playing a G in the right hand, mostly because of the melody, but we can consider this almost like a pedal point on the right hand, right? So, Lord. right? So we can actually use the 3, as you saw right there, as a way to get back to the A minor, right? So Lord, we're on the 4, then the 5, then the 3, and then we're back to the 6. Right, so that's one approach we can take with this progression. Another one that we can do is using the A as a pedal point, right? So we start off on A minor. Lord, make me a house. We play the G over A. And then instead of going to the 4, which is the next chord, we can maintain the 6 on the bass and play a 4, but in with a different inversion, right? We're actually going to play an F over an A, right? So we use that same bass note as a pedal point. So Lord, oops. Right, so that's another option that we have. Let's move on into the next part of the song, which even though it's the same progression, the melody does change. So it allows us to play around with chords in a different way, right? So it goes, may the fire in my altar never burn out. May the fire in my altar never burn out. May the fire in my altar never burn out. Make me a house of prayer. Right, as you can see in this case, the melody is like dancing around this A for most of the verse, right? Right, so one of the things I actually like doing is, again, using A as a pedal point, but we're going to switch some things up, okay? So we're actually going to start on the A. May the fire in my altar never burn out. And instead of playing this G over A again, we're actually going to go directly to the 4, right? But we're still maintaining the A as a pedal point and the A up here as a melody. So may the fire in my altar never burn out. Go to the 4. Never burn out. And then we're actually going to go to a 2, right? In this case, the 2 will be a D major. And we're going to play it like this, right? It's very specific to this voicing, right? It's a D7 over A, right? D major, I have the dominant 7 down here. I have the 3rd down here and the A down here. And then we go back to the F. And what I like about this movement is the notes on the inside, right? We start on the E, and if we pay attention, you can hear how it goes up and then back down chromatically. It's a very useful progression for this minor key. We use the 2 in this section, but we can actually also think about it as an F sharp half diminished, right? So it would be something like this. Basically playing either an A minor 6 or an E or an F sharp half diminished, right? So the altar never burn out, make me a if we want to switch up this progression even more, we can actually combine some of the original with this switched up progression, right? So we start off on the 6. We can go down now from A to this A minor over G. Make the fire melt. And then we go down to an F sharp, right? And we're using this A minor now as a pedal point. And then we go down once again to an F major 7. And then we can play this E minor 11 to get us back to the A. So da 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 da, never burn out, may the fire in my altar never burn out, may the fire in my altar never burn out, make me a house of prayer. Da 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 da, never burn out, the fire in my altar never burn out, may the make me a house of prayer. Da da da. Right, that's another substitution that we can include, right? We went from this F sharp half diminished to this A flat diminished 7th, which is actually serving as an E7 flat 9, right? And then we get back to the 6. Alright, so we have a bunch of different possibilities. For example, instead of playing a regular 5, we can actually make it a minor 5 and almost start getting into those 2-5-1 jazz progressions. For example, right, so what I'm doing here, simply playing a 6, minor 5, then a major 4, a major 1, then a 4, and then a 7-3-6, right? All I did here was so I started off on the 4, so 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And the most important thing here are the voicings, right? F major, E minor 7, D minor 7, C major 9, then a B minor 11, then an E7 sharp 9 sharp 5. Sorry about that. Or we can play it like this, right? And then we're back to the 6. And then we're back to the 6, okay? So that's basically the whole song, and what I'll do now is play it without any interruptions, that we have a better idea, and I'll leave the MIDI file in the description so you can download it and study it at your own pace.